My name is Daniel Carter. I was a husband, a father, a believer in forever. Emily and I met when we were just kids, 15 years old, dreaming big in a small town. First love, first everything. We were each other's world, built from scratch. We cried through family deaths, laughed through tiny apartments, raised 3 beautiful kids, 2 sons, Noah and Eli, and our little star, Mia. Life wasn't perfect, but it was ours. I thought we were unbreakable. I was wrong. It started after my injury. I tore my ACL at work. Just one slip on a wet floor, and I was out. Surgery, recovery, painkillers. I couldn't walk without crutches. Couldn't lift anything. Couldn't work. Emily had to pick up the slack, extra shifts, school runs, shopping. And I saw it. That slow change. She stopped smiling when I walked into the room. Her hugs became quick, her eyes distant. We hadn't been intimate in months. She always had excuses. Tired, stressed, not in the mood. But I kept convincing myself, she's just tired. She's carrying the weight now. Be patient. Until that night. She came home late, again, went straight to the shower, left her phone on the couch. Buzz, buzz, buzz. I shouldn't have looked, but something pulled me. One message. Last night was unforgettable. You're a fire I can't stop touching. From Marcus, a coworker I'd never heard of. I read everything. Months of messages. Weekend trips disguised as work conferences. Photos, plans, lies. And every time I picked up the kids, packed lunches, folded laundry, she was with him. I stared at the screen, not even blinking. My hands were ice cold. My heart wasn't even broken, just quiet. I didn't confront her. I watched, planned. The next 2 weeks, I played the perfect fool. Sweet, submissive. I acted like nothing was wrong. But while she stayed late at work, I followed her. I watched them meet up. Saw him kiss her neck. Saw her smile like she hadn't smiled at me in years. He was taller than me. Gym guy. The type who leaves protein shakes in the car. I learned his routine. Where he lived. Where he parked. One night, I followed him after one of their dates. He parked outside his condo, walked to the door, humming. I pulled up behind him. Quiet. He turned around. And I hit him. Once. Hard. Right in the jaw. He fell fast. I stood over him. My knee was screaming, but I didn't care. You didn't just sleep with a woman, I said. You slept with a mother of 3. You broke a family. He stammered. Tried to explain. Tried to say he didn't know. That she said I was emotionally distant. I didn't hit him again. I just said, remember this face. You won't see it again. And I left. The next few days were normal. On the surface. Emily had no clue. Then Christmas Eve came. I made it magical. Decorated the house. Wrapped the kids' gifts. Cooked her favorite meal, just like old times. She was confused. Nervous even. She thought I didn't know. After the kids went to bed, I handed her a small red box. She smiled like maybe I had forgiven her. Inside, divorce papers, already signed, and a USB stick. What is this? She whispered. Proof, I said, of everything. Her face turned pale. She opened the folder labeled Marcus. Saw screenshots, audio, videos, even her calendar entries. And then I dropped the final line. You don't have to worry about dividing the house. I sold it last week. In my name only. Her jaw dropped. You can't do that. I already did. The money's gone. To a trust. For the kids. Her voice broke. Where will I go? I looked her in the eye and said, back to wherever you lost your soul. I kissed my daughter's forehead. Hugged my boys. Took one last look at the woman I used to love. And walked out into the snow. No one's seen me since. I rented a small cabin in the mountains. No internet. No phone. Just peace. I send gifts to my kids through a lawyer. I write them letters every week. They'll understand when they're older that I left not because I stopped loving their mother, but because I started loving myself again. As for Emily, Marcus dumped her 2 weeks after I left. Her job found out about the affair. It was with a supervisor. She got fired. Last I heard, she was back with her parents. Alone. Funny, isn't it? She wanted excitement. Passion. She got emptiness. Me? I may have vanished like a ghost, but I sleep better than I ever have.